we going to get these changes? How are we going to create these green jobs? It's about eco-innovation. There's a lot of opportunity here to invest in retaining valuable resources that currently are going to landfill. The opportunity is for eco-innovation to look at new systems and processes to take those materials and treat them and manage them in new ways.
Innovation is essential. We need innovation. It's a continuous process. I think one of the advantages that we have in Europe is the capacity and the ability to innovate and to develop new products and processes. In view of these climate imperatives, environmental imperatives, and the challenges and the problems with resource scarcity that we're dealing with, how we can use the resources as efficiently as possible, that needs to happen. And then, from my perspective, it's to see from that process how we can use it to stimulate and to drive growth. What is the business case, the business opportunities that arise from these trends that we're seeing?
Green growth is a decoupling of normal growth in the economy with the environment. So traditional growth has been very linear, has a bad environmental impact. Green growth is actually reducing the impact on the environment while still achieving the economic growth that we need to create jobs and provide people with food and shelter and goods.
I think, the drive for resource efficiency is, the reason it's come about is because indeed there is increasing resource scarcity. So, many of the things that we use in products on a daily basis are getting more difficult and more expensive. We've seen the increase in commodity prices and so on. So I think there is an increased pressure on resources, so we have to use them more efficiently. That makes sense. And I think what we're interested from our perspective is to see in that process, are there opportunities for growth? Can we both meet the environmental climate objectives and at the same time stimulate and use it as an incentive for growth and industry and jobs in Europe?
Without these raw materials, we have nothing to make products with. If we don't make products, we'll go out of business. So it's a business continuity issue. And what we try and relate to is bringing that awareness to sustainability. Adopting sustainability principles and factors is basically, in industrial language, business continuity.
Something that links across with the regional economic development theme, and something that I didn't pay enough attention to in my own report back, was there was a very strong point made about the importance of local authorities to the industrial symbiosis process, and the way in which the facilitating agent can itself be facilitated by a local authority that is keen on this. And obviously the local authority is likely to be doing it for regional economic development reasons. So we have the gentleman from Birmingham City Council here this morning. He's had to go, but I know that NISP itself is located, or ISL is located, in the Birmingham region, in the West Midlands region. When there were regional development agencies, there was a very strong regional development agency role in that, and the Birmingham City Council is also taking an interest. So I think that linkage between the facilitating agent, the regional economic development, and the local authority is probably quite an important one to cultivate if you can.
You have companies like the major steel companies, or even the chemical companies, moving upstream to secure their own supply chain. So Tata Steel, ArcelorMittal aren't just producing steel now, they're operating coal mines, they're operating steel mines to secure their iron ore mines to secure their supply chain. And in some respect they're then able to control the commodity price and the fluctuations to some extent, but they're also able to secure their future supplies and the quality of those supplies and plan accordingly.
Material security is absolutely critical. For example, you do not know the next medical technology that might just be around the corner that solves breast cancer or Alzheimer's or whatever. It may require a piece of quite advanced electronic machinery to do this. We're all familiar with MRI scanners and so on. A lot of the metals that make these high technology electronics are in very scarce supply.
What we aim is to integrate industrial symbiosis and implement industrial symbiosis in the region as a way to achieve both environmental and economic gains and advantages in the whole region.